Hello, Christmas buddies. Welcome to week 3 of our Christmas drawing camp. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat. Let's see who can make it tonight. This one is a tough one to make. Um, in case you're just finding us, hi, Leslie. We have a few more workshops ahead. So you can find everything out in this URL. It's also in the description. We make cute illustrations for Christmas. Maybe that's the easiest way to to describe it. Okay, hi Susan. So a few things. One, we have a new Christmas buddy. I don't know if you saw in the community space, Kathy. So I wanted to welcome her. Um, we're gonna highlight some things. These are the Christmas buddies glasses, sunglasses. We have a new Christmas buddy. So I loved her stocking that she shared in the community space that has a lot of golf goodies and accessories. And if you missed it, because I'm bringing it up because we miss so many things in the community space. So every now and then I try to bring it up. That's one thing. I just caught something right before coming live, so I was happy. Ruth shared her ornaments that are monogrammed. They're so beautiful. And she shared her story. So I just wanted to point those two things out. Okay, enough of the sunglasses. Hi, Gina. Oh, I'm so happy about that. They're traditions, so that's a good thing. One more thing before we do the countdown, in case anyone is gonna freak out about it, I'm gonna say it in like 2 minutes, so prepare yourselves. We have a Christmas collection board now in the emails, and remember, I know that some buddies have given me the permanent okay, but I'm only sharing art from the Christmas buddies that liked or reacted to this post that I made in the community space asking for permission. I'm not going to share anyone else's art. I want to respect your privacy. Okay, unless like it's on Instagram and that's public. So I'm assuming that's okay. Stuff that you shared for the Christmas drawing camp, of course. Okay, days until Christmas. So many things. 29 days until Christmas. I hope I got that right. that, should, that should be easy because yesterday was November 25th of 2025. So November has 30 days. I'm assuming it's 29 days until Christmas. Okay. I think we did everything. Yes, it is. It is flying. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so we are going to make a cottage today. Do you say cottage or cabin? Let me know in the chat. I thought that cottage sounded a bit cozier. And before we get started, this has nothing to do with a cabin, a cottage or cabin, but I always share a bit of inspiration. So let's do it. This is always going to be a thing. So there we go. We have a taxi. These were decorations these were real life ornaments or real size, real whatever ornaments. Giant ornaments, they called it, that went from, I think, 50th Street or something up until Central Park to that fountain. that they have. Is it Pulitzer? I don't know. Anyway, they had a lot of them in every block, and they were really pretty, and I wanted to share them with you. Speaking of ornaments, the Ruth shared hers in the community space. Oh, interesting. You see, like that's another thing that I didn't know. Nice. That's good to know. Okay, nice. Okay, that's also good to know. Nice. We're learning a lot of things. I'm going to share some stuff in a little bit. So, a little teddy bear, then this like hot air balloon. I guess it's a hot air balloon. A truck, then this big ornament. This was by Central Park, around the fountain. And this mailbox that I wish I had a better picture, but I think I don't remember what it says. Holidays. I don't know. Holiday something. This guy was so cute, so adorable. With like his little plane. This one looks like Leslie's buddy, right? Thank you. Wow, Susan has an eagle eye. I've said this before. Holidays on 5th. That makes sense. That is along 5th Avenue. And then I wanted to show you this one. This one is a I'm assuming it's a salt shaker. And I love it because these are like the little things that I like paying attention to for the inspiration in our community space. I love this guy in a stocking. And I think of like maybe adding him. He belongs to, I think, this is in my mother-in-law's house. I would love to add him to like one of my illustrations. So that's what I wanted to say. Let's get started with our illustration, and we're going to be talking about a few things. Before we get started, maybe you can think about this. She says like 10 times before we get started. Okay, last Friday, we talked about, maybe some of you remember, the Santa buddies, maybe remember. We talked about carols and thinking about the lyrics, because sometimes we don't pay attention to them, because they're so like, you forget about the lyrics when you're listening to them. But what do you think a cup of cheer is? I'm gonna plant that in your mind, and then we're gonna get started with our illustration. Here we go. Okay, for this one, we may want to use one of our templates. If not, it's fine. You can either make it with a symmetry tool or just make a square and then add the little frame. And I want to actually make it bigger because we have a few things, and so that one is a bit small. For the background, I want this color, this one as usual. And we're gonna make our cabin cottage chalet. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna take a look at the chat. Ding dong. Okay. Oh, that's what it says. Yeah, that is very important. That is something to pay attention to. So, let's see. I'm going to make my frame with Alpha Lock. I'm going to turn it white. You're not going to see this now, but you'll see it in a moment. I'm going to color drop, and then in a layer on top of that, I'm going to use this green, my favorite brush, and I'm going to make it a clipping mask. Okay. So this is going to be a snowy scene, and apparently the sky is green. I want to make this top part. If we do that, remember, if we don't have the clipping mask, it's going to be something like this, so that we can fill it in with color. And now if we make the clipping mask, it's going to look like that. So we have our snow and we have our sky. We have a few, I forgot to say, we have a few brushes. I don't know if you saw them in the hub. We have the Cottage. We have a few trees. One of them is called Sad Pine Tree. Because it's not very lush or something. Okay. I hope you're thinking about the cup of cheer. There are probably many illustrations about cups of cheer. We're gonna create a layer on top and also make it a clipping mask. And with our Cottage brush stamp, we're going to try to put it over here. That's a bit too small. Maybe actually I want, oh, you know what? I forgot. These are supposed to be cookies. I forgot about that. We're going to create a new layer and actually bring it all the way to the bottom. I forgot that we have to make a cookie. So we're just going to try to draw around it. There are many ways of drawing a cup of cheer. Or many times people have drawn cups of cheer, I'm sure. But what is it to you is what I want to know, because this is what's important. Okay. And that we're going to see again in a couple of weeks. Future Flory told me in one of the workshops. You know, like I had given spoilers to my Santa buddies last week, and now I'm giving everyone a spoiler. I just wanted to think of these things because I got stuck with that question the other day, and today I got an idea. So that's why I'm bringing it up. It's not some weird like some weird puzzle or something. Okay, with this color, the same from the background, now we can, in a layer on top of the sky, we can create the cabin. You can also make it freehand if you want. I want to find the right spot for it. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger. Okay. And I'm going to turn Alpha Lock on, and with pink, we're going to get started with our roof. Definition of... I love this. Definition of a cup of cheer. Okay. Joy, comfort, and celebration. I love this. I love it. Okay. A cup of cheer to me is a hot spiced tea. Nice. Oh, it's like a warm hug. I love this. Context. There you go. Tea. Gina is my dictionary. Oops. Hi, Ruth. We were just talking about you. We were talking about your ornaments. Awesome. Yes. A cup of cheer is mentioned by this song. Okay, we're gonna save more for a little bit. I don't want to spoil everything. No, there are no spoilers yet. If I see any spoilers or if I see any guesses, I'm gonna save them for later. I love that. Okay, so we have our roof. We were just talking about Ruth and her beautiful ornaments. They're monogrammed, and also Kathy's stocking is monogrammed. So I thought that that was like a cool coincidence. I want one of those. I want one with an F. No, I'm kidding. I I don't want to add any more pressure. Oh, it's so nice that you're all here. I thought that this was like so hard to like be a part of, given that tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Okay, we're gonna still have that as alpha lock, and we're going to make, of course we need a door, so we're gonna make a door. I think for this one I want a slightly darker color. This is a very typical door. I'm going to have a few interruptions for like this illustration because I have too many things to say. And because it's a simple one, we have time, I believe, I hope. Okay, we have our windows. And we want to add to the roof, we're going to add a few, with the same color as the door, we're going to add a few tiles. I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing a ring today that's different. I love doing this. It's like giving hints. Okay. Then we also have the chimney. We're gonna add a bit of color. Actually, to this part, I want to add a bit of color, and to the top part, maybe we can make it white. Later on, we're gonna add a bit of animation and details or something to the smoke. Okay, let's give our windows a frame. And then I'm going to show you something that is going to clarify my surprise or whatever I'm trying to say today. It's going to be a new thing in the community space. Okay. Let me catch up with the chat. I think I can. No, I lost. I fell behind. Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to show you something, and while I show you, I can catch up. So, let's see. If you hear any music or anything, let me know, because recently I made a mistake like that and I don't want it to happen again. I'm pretty sure that you shouldn't be able, you're not going to be able to hear anything. But this is one of those Skillshare classes that I always talk about and I'm always embarrassed to talk about. So I believe this one has a really a part that I loved making, and I wanted to show you. This one was a class on how to make a little house illustration, and so I thought that it was kind of like relevant. So I'm gonna play. So when I make, we were saying that there are many cups of cheer illustrations probably in the world, but what is your cup of cheer like? In this class, what I teach in one of the parts is to your illustration, you can add, and everyone here knows this, everyone in the chat, because you're all extremely creative. I always say this, but we want to make sure to, keep repeating this. So for new Christmas buddies. So what I do, let me see. Maybe I can just play it like slower so that I don't have to keep going back. I'm going to catch up with the chat and then tell you. Oh, cool. So you're going to see this. So I feel bad that you have to put up with past Flory. So I add details from like stuff that I've seen in the world, out in the world, right, to my house illustration, from reference pictures that I've taken. I told you I take many pictures, and I just add them to like little parts. Now, if I were to make this house for someone that I love, or as a gift, like, Ruth Ann's ornaments, I would add like another little twist. For example, if I were to give this house illustration as a greeting card to my dad or something, I'm going to show you now in the video. That window, because we create our illustration and then sometimes we walk away from it, and when we come back we see opportunities. So that window that you see there kind of looks like something to me. So I think of what to add so that it ends up looking, I wish I could show you bigger, like this, like in a larger scale. I don't think I can. I'm afraid of like messing it up. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. But I think you can see. So if you have Susan's eagle eyes, you can see. It has like a little camera on top where the 5 is, and it has like film. So my dad and I love watching movies together. So I say, okay, I want to add that to the illustration. It's like a small detail, like it's like an example of something that can be added. Then, for example, here I see another opportunity. I put some like little things, little drawings on that part. And I see there's an opportunity for where the S's are to make them into infinite symbols. Now, my mom loved, with my mom, we had this like symbol that we shared, or I call it a shared code. So we would always talk about the infinite symbol. I would add it to that. My ring has an infinite symbol. I'm going somewhere. Don't worry. Okay. Or like a little butterfly. That also was a shared code with my mom. No, it's not a new palette. We have, you may see a couple of different colors because Future Flory added some stuff, but you'll get them, no worries. This one, this illustration was for my husband because we met in New York. So I added, a few things. And then the house number was the date when we met. So January 1st, 2014. Anyway, those are my details. We're gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna reveal the surprise. I need to catch up a lot with the chat. Okay, we have our house, our cottage. Let's add a few pine trees. For this, I think we may be able to use one of these like darker ones. So we have, let's see. We have pine tree 1 and 2, sad pine tree, and royal icing tree. Okay. Okay, that you see, that's not the way to do this. We have to create a new layer. We're gonna have this one over here. We're gonna have pine tree 1 maybe behind the house. Yeah, I think we can have it there with this color maybe, or that. It has to be slightly lighter than the other one. Okay. Isn't that nice? That's a huge tree. And that is small. I believe that's about like 40%. Okay. We're going to use our royal icing tree because this is like, I believe this is a typical tree. I don't know if it's just me, but I know that we've all said that we're very crafty here. So, we may have made some royal icing classes. This is one thing that is super easy to make. Super easy to make with royal icing because it has like a lot of little dots. Interesting. I think it's raining. Maybe I want it to be a bit. Okay. And our sad tree. Our sad tree needs to be green as well. Why is it a sad tree? Because it doesn't have a lot of needles. Okay, we have a lot of pine trees. I believe that we can also add another one over here. And it has to be in front of the house, so on that top layer. Okay, there we go. We're gonna add details to it, but let me catch up with the chat. Yes. I'm sorry, I saw that way too late, probably. It obviously has to do with the class. Nice. It's always a good time to start, but you do have a lot of projects. I love that. That's amazing. I was banned from the kitchen. I would love to be banned. Actually, I'm not cooking or hosting for Thanksgiving, so I should be really grateful and happy. Nice. Can we see that in the community space? You don't have to answer, but it's just a thing that I'm throwing out there. Oh, cool. So everyone has been cooking or thinking of food. Okay, wait. I missed this. Nice. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to catch up more in a moment, but I want to say this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you something. Hang on. I want to show you more inspiration. This one is from, okay, that was really, is that short? Oh, I have this other one. Okay. This one is from Grand Central. And I loved that there are many like pigeons. And I thought, I don't know why I thought of an illustration that Gina made for the Halloween challenge, and I thought that that is something that you would make. Okay, that's that is clearly very dizzying. I'm sorry, but you see, I love that. Anyway, a lot of inspiration today. So, a cup of cheer. We're gonna go back to that. I thought that many of us, being artists and all, have a lot of like uh, things mixed up or intertwined with our art. That sometimes we feel that some things are not, um, they could be better. For example, every time that I finish a workshop, I think that it could have been better. Honesty moment. And so I said to myself a few times when that happened, why does that happen to me? Clearly, the next day, a lot of you tell me you were inspired or, something sparked something in your mind, whatever. So clearly, you at least don't mind them. I'm not gonna say that you like them. I'm not the kind of person that says that, but you may not mind them at least. So that to me is great. Um, I'm sorry, I make fun of myself a lot. So to me, that's one way to like push away bad thoughts or thoughts of like, self doubt, whatever. I thought that it would be a good idea, given that some of us may have these thoughts, to have a section in the community space that is called a cup of good cheer. Yes, you can. You can call yourself an artist if you haven't yet. That is very important. We keep showing up. That is important, right? Exactly. You will find a few hidden things in this illustration as usual. So what I think is a good idea, because I always need this like cup of good cheer, pick me up, whether it's once a day, once a week, throughout the challenge. Same as with the schedules for our creation time or creative time. I always need a cup of good cheer. I called it a cup of good cheer because I ended up mixing up some ideas in my head, and so I mixed up a cup of cheer. And what is that other carol? It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it at one point it says have a good cheer or something. Anyway, I don't know if this exists. It probably does, but I called it a cup of good cheer. What is this? It's a place to be a cheerleader, because maybe by now you don't believe me anymore because I say too many positive things. And so it's a good idea if all of us get involved in saying positive things. You've been saying them, by the way. Like, I'm not saying that you haven't. You have been doing it in the community chat. You have been doing it in the gallery. But I think that having a special section for this, I'm going to tell you more about the cup of good cheer. We can have moments where you felt grateful for something that happened during these experiences, or words of encouragement that you heard that helped you, support to either like something that you want to say to one of your other creative buddies, wins that you experienced during the week. Maybe you got an idea for one of your illustrations. You share it with us. Affirmations that you like, whatever. I mean, something that would be in your cup of good cheer. That is what I want to say. It's positive messages for a positive inner dialogue. Now, I wanted to say that last week when I was telling you about these carol ideas, um, I thought to myself, what is a cup of good cheer? And I had no idea. I thought that it was something to drink. But this week, I got this idea. So that is my point in asking yourself these questions when you're thinking about carols or when you're brainstorming. Okay, I hope you like that. I'm going to read the chat. Oh, yeah. That is the. Oh, you know what? I have something to show you. Nice. Awesome. So happy to hear that. So, let me show you. The final thing, we have to keep going with the workshop. Wait. Let's see if you can see. A cup of good cheer has a lot of cheerleaders around or inside. My snow lady is having a lot of fun there. It's Chips Bakery approved because it was on the menu. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if all of you remember from my private workshops. Chip the baker, that was very he sugar coated everything that he said. So this is new on his menu. Anyway, I thought that I wanted to thank you all for this because you gave me that idea by sharing stuff, saying things in the chat, in the community space. You always inspire me. Well, I'm glad you asked. Companionship, gratitude, encouragement, support, wins, and affirmations. Let's remember. And honestly, anything that you bring, you are going to have more ideas than me. I know that. I'm sorry, I don't know what I highlighted yet. Chip is a perfectionist. But he's also very nice and and sugarcoats things. Poor guy. Okay, we're gonna add some little details to our trees. I thought that that was a nice thing to have in the community space because wait, I want white for this. It needs to be easy to find, not like every other space or thing that gets lost. I want it to be easy to find. So whenever you're feeling like, oh no, this doesn't look good, I don't like it, I don't know what to do about this, whatever, you go to that section. I didn't do a good job teaching. That's me. You go to that section and you drink a cup of good cheer. Okay, we're speeding now. I think we have time. Yes, we do. I don't understand how I managed to fit all of that in the time that I did. But I guess we are happy that this is a simple illustration. We want to add some snow to the other pine trees. And honestly, there should also be snow on the roof, right? Because, I mean, if it has snowed that much, we need snow on the roof. I know some of you have snow on your roof. Well, maybe not right now, but soon. Okay. Some in our pine trees. I want to see. We also want to decorate, just add a few lines to the snow. This looks like a place where my snow lady would be really happy. Also, my snow lady was hanging out in that cup and she wasn't melting. So it must be like the kind of cup that is perfect for her. maybe with iced coffee, like Ruth Ann's snow lady. Okay. We have snow. Oh, we need to change those trunks. In the pine tree layer with Alpha Lock, we can add a bit of color. And what am I missing? This other tree. We're going to add some snow also to, like, we're going to have an animation as usual. So we're going to add some falling snow to that. Maybe we don't want that to be white because you can't see it. I'm going to add some orange as a little frame. And a few dots. And to the door, you can add something, as I was telling you before. I'm going to add my favorite number. Maybe that's too big. That would be a huge number. Okay. What else? Maybe some snow to this other guy back here. Okay. And finally, a little path. We are going to be making a snow globe on Friday. Whoever is coming on Friday is coming to the workshop. I swear I feel like this is like in person. It's like, so it is very cozy. And soon we should try to make them so that we can all see each other. I think we're good. Let me see. That is true. Chip needs extra love. Okay. So we have our cottage. We're going to make the animation. I also wanted to show you, by the way, that is like my sketch. Chip the Baker, new thing on the menu. And I love this, like Susan called him Hugsy. So he's like cheerleading. I also thought it was a cool idea because the cheerleader, oh man, what do you call those? Anyway, those little things, you know, kind of looked like Hugsy. Okay, we're going to select our cottage and duplicate it so that we have all of our layers safe, as I always say. And let's see, what do we want to have? We can collapse everything except for that smoke. So with the selection tool, I'm going to select the smoke and cut and paste it so that I have it all the way in the top layer. Everything else can be collapsed. Yes. And then I'm going to erase this because I guess it was a clipping mask before. Okay, we have our smoke. We need a layer on top for the snow. Actually, it could probably go in the same, well, it's fine. We don't need that many layers. We're going to combine everything so that it's one frame, as I always say, animation assist on. And okay, for the smoke, we want it to be white. Healthy smoke. We're going to activate alpha lock and fill the layer so that it becomes white. We're also going to make it to reduce the opacity. And we're going to leave it like that for that one. In the snow layer, okay, there we go. Let's not crash Procreate. In the snow layer, we're going to create just a few dots on the very top. We're going to duplicate all of this. And in the smoke layer, we're going to add a couple of lines. Actually, in the snow layer, we're going to add a couple of lines for the smoke. And in the snow layer, we're also going to add more dots. You may need to rewatch this if you want to follow along. More dots in the snow layer. We want it to be falling, right? And more lines in the smoke. And actually, you can also, for the smoke layer itself, you can play around with the shape of the smoke so that it looks like it's moving. Very slight little changes. We're going to duplicate this again. Create a few more dots. Only there, right? Because I mean, otherwise, if you make them in places that you can't see, like this, the ground, it's not gonna make a difference. A few more changes to the smoke, and just one more. And now, after that, we're gonna play it to see what happens. A few more dots for the snow. Okay. So we're going to go with our settings. Let's make it a loop. Because if we make it a ping pong, what's going to happen is that the snow is going to go up. Has that ever happened to you? That you see the snow kind of like going up because it's so windy? That is the thing, right? So it wouldn't be surreal. It would be like pretty accurate. I think we should have like 5 frames per second for this so that it's not super fast. And that should be it. Let's play. Okay. So there we have our smoke and our snow. Let's see what happens if we do ping pong. Actually, maybe that's not that bad. Okay. Pom-poms. I thought that I was about to say that word. I swear. Nice. Okay, that's for the cheerleader people in the cup of good cheer. Okay, we have our animation. We have our cottage. Let me see. I have shared most of the things. Wow. I have like done a lot of stuff. Like I thought that this would take forever, and it's not even the hour mark. What is happening? Okay. What we can do is maybe we can create a little salt shaker snowman. Why not? Why not end with that? Um, let's see. I'm gonna make the background the usual. I need my inspiration picture, but I don't want it too super big. Let me see. I need to bring it up somewhere else. We have this guy. Okay. I think I should be able to just do it by memory. It's a salt shaker, it's a stocking. It's a little buddy. I'm just gonna go by memory. All right. So, what color do we want? Let's make it green. Next to that candle. Oh, yeah. He might melt. That's a good point. He might. Maybe we can make him melting. This is going to be, we have a few brush stamps for this, but it's going to be easy. Maybe he is the snowman. Hang on. There we go. The snowman that that would be in Buenos Aires with me. He would be wearing sunglasses. He would be, instead of a top hat, he would be really feeling really hot. So maybe like, I'm thinking kind of like with his tongue out. Let's see how I can make this. Reminds me of, no, that is like, I want to have ice cream face. I don't know. I don't want to make him like no, I can't. Okay, never mind. I know. I have an idea. He's going to be sweating. There we go. And he will have a top hat. Why not? He doesn't look like he's having a great time. Okay. And our little stocking may have a few things. What is this? Is like Snow Lady's husband. Maybe. What is his name? Oh, yeah. I love the gingerbread mug you have back there. Oh, there's a story behind that. Do I tell you the story in the future? I think so. Hang on. I'm missing a lot of messages. Bucket hat? You know what? I don't know what that is, so you're gonna have fun. If that's a thing, you're going to have fun. Okay. We have a few more minutes. We have a bucket hat, not hut. That's a different thing. Okay. What is his name? Sorry, I don't know if I saw that. Melton. Melton. I am going to spend very little time on that, so it's not going to be exactly how I want it. Okay. There we go. Melton. Okay. He's adorable. Awesome. Well, there we go. That is our Cottage and our Melton. I love him. He was also like, I forgot, he was also, if we go back to this, he was also like going to Argentina because he was on a plane. Yes, because he's carrying it in case he melts. He should have more ice there. What am I thinking? He should have more ice so he won't melt. And if it has ice, then it's kind of like, you know, when you keep some drink cold in a bucket. He's like making sure his head is like all cold. It should, the if I made an animation about this, I would turn it upside down. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna put this banner just in case anyone who finds us wants to join the Christmas drawing camp. We're gonna have a cup of good cheer soon. And anyway, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm going to tell you in the community space anyway, but in case you don't see because you're too busy having a cozy family time, or you're eating whatever it is that you're doing. If you're not in the US, I mean, you may be having a different type of day. Actually, is it just in the US? Does Canada have Thanksgiving? Is it at the same time? I don't know. Anyway. Hi, Mika. I didn't say, I got to say hi before we leave. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you, Susan. And let's see. Okay. So we have the US one. So thank you again, and we'll see each other maybe on Friday, the Santa Buddies. So I hope you have a good night, and thank you again for being here.